at 8 p.m. It's Broken Filter Live, coming at you from the Zadal's Entertainment Network studios in Port Chester, New York. ZenLive.tv for our podcast listeners out there. I'm Joe Rockstar.
And it is he who commands you!
Or Jonesy. And here at Broken Filter Live.
And simulcast across the world
we are okay,
via Ustream.
We are okay with black people on Instagram, black people in our Instagram feed, and apparently the Los Angeles Clippers
approve.
Had a little problem with that. But we're not going to talk about that this week. I figured I'd throw a little joke out there. We're going to get to a lot of things this week, but let's talk about the basics. We got stickers. We have the Broken Filter Live promotional stickers. Email me at joerockstar@brokenfilter.net. I'll send you some free ones. You could buy T-shirts, and I'll throw some in with the T-shirts. Tomorrow's the last day of our Kickstarter program. Kickstarter.com. Search Broken Filter Live. Get your hands on a T-shirt. The pre-order. We hit our mark. Hit the applause.
Congratulations. Where is it?
There it is. There we go. We hit our mark.
Thank you so much to everyone who helped us hit the mark.
Yes.
Thank you.
We had some $100 donations, which really pushed us over the top. Yup. I would like to thank those people, and we will thank them individually when they make us do the 1 minute. So we have, I think, 3 or 4 minutes of material that are going to have to be written.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're going to have to deal with. Besides the T-shirts, Facebook, Broken Filter Live. It used to be just Broken Filter. I changed it to Broken Filter Live. Got my shit together. Twitter at Broken Filter 1. Podcast. If you can't catch us live, you can catch the replays at ZenLive.tv in the archives. But you can hit us on iTunes for the audio version, and also Stitcher and a few other Buzzsprout. And you can listen to us in the car ride to fucking work.
I'll tell you what. Listen.
Going to happy hour.
It's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Obviously, we love our fans, but we understand you have commitments. We understand you got kids. We understand there's a million things going on. Listen, go on iTunes.
It might be happening when it's time to fucking watch.
Just listen. Go download it on the way to work, when you're walking to work, when you're taking a dump.
It'll literally take, like, I don't know, 2 minutes to download, probably, on iTunes. So get it. What else we got? We're going to give you a rundown. We got random thoughts this week. We have a new segment called Free Candy. It's wrong. There's a lot of things wrong with it.
It's a stretch. We're going to reach for this one.
We have a special guest we're going to introduce before we get to all that. We have the special guest is going to be showing us the segment Flight School. We'll explain that when we get to it. We are bringing back Creepy Craigslist. And then we have the news in the wheel of viral videos. So let's get right down to fucking business.
Yeah.
Random thoughts. All right. I'll start it off this week, Jonesy.
Do it.
So, there is this place in the Poconos that is a nudist colony, and they are having a... this will get you in the mood for a little...
Jitterbug.
Nudist colony.
Uh-oh.
It looks like this is our cheese ball song of the day.
Uh-oh.
Cheesy balls. You hear that? Cheesy balls. Cheese balls.
Somehow, a cheesy song gets crowbarred into every one of these broadcasts.
It's just perfect, because nothing like a cheesy song gets you in the mood to hear us talk about balls and ass.
To be at a nudist colony staring at someone's chode?
Exactly. So the nudist colony in the Poconos, I put up the ad on one of the graphics, is having a beer festival. I believe it's the whole weekend. And they're inviting people that aren't in the nudist colonies to come check it out. Here we go. Sunny Rock? I don't know. I can't read it from here, but... it's a Poconos nudist colony, and they are having a craft beer festival. I think it's only a few bucks. You go in, but you have to take all your fucking clothes off. And it's like an all-weekend event. It's like a festival to be naked and drink beer.
Yeah, because nothing says a nudist group like craft beer.
Yeah, but see, now my random thought, now that I've set the stage, is what could possibly go wrong bringing in a bunch of people that aren't nudists normally? You know, because I know they have a code. They have like ethics. Like
there's definitely a code.
There's definitely a code. There's like don't stare at anyone's crotch for longer than like 4 seconds. You know, I'm sure there's a code along those lines. And there's probably no groping and fondling without permission. I mean, it ain't an orgy, right? I mean, it probably will be eventually after the craft beer starts flowing. Hey man, this wheat beer's awesome. Get a handful of something. Anyway, what could go wrong? Jonesy, what do you think?
What can go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? What can go right? Would probably be the right call.
Well, you know what cannot go wrong is I'm sure you've been at a lot of parties where when you're at an outdoor party and people are grooving, you know what I mean? There's a lot of beer around. a lot of times these little innocuous, little ambiguous puddles form.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and if no one's wearing shoes or socks or clothes, I see someone walking around just fucking taking a huge slip on one of these puddles and landing, and all of a sudden, like, some woman's gorgeous ass is just corrupted by mud and
that could go wrong.
And gack and all sorts of stuff.
What about this? Like, what about popping bone? If you're talking to a chick, you're like, she bellies up next to you at the bar. You're like, yeah, can I get a Bud Light? And boom, you pop wood, and there's this. You pretty much have your card. Your hand is dealt. Your hand is showed to the table at this point. There's no hiding the boner.
Yeah, forget about naked and afraid. I want to see naked at a bar with a boner right next to a woman. I feel like that'd be a lot more entertaining.
And even better, like, isn't part of the courtship these days like sending a dick pic? Like, you're past that point.
Definitely.
You're past that point. You're like, well.
Oh, yeah, you're already past it. Well,
you're like,
I was going to send you a dick pic, but I guess I'll just, I guess.
You like what you see?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're into average, I got it. or a 3-inch thick soda can, whatever you're into. So, I mean, this is what I thought is my random
What do you mean a soda can? I don't understand.
Thick and short, man.
Oh, yeah?
Thick and short.
Okay.
Like a
enough.
chode. Like a chode.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
All right, so that's my random thought. I think just what could go
That sounds
wrong?
wonderful, and that's actually a real event that's happening very soon,
Yeah,
right?
it is actually a real thing's happening in June. I'm actually debating on whether I actually
You know what I'm gonna do?
my wife if we could go, and she said she didn't give a shit. We could go.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rent one of those long Dodge Ram 3500 vans and just pack that fucker out and bring it down to the Poconos. You know? See?
You know what you do? Don't tell anybody. We're going to this awesome festival, man. It's going to be fucking great. Dude, what should we wear? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, yeah. You know, it'd be interesting, actually. You know, are these people going to be carrying around cell phones? Or are they going to leave their cell phones in their pants?
Oh, I wonder if you can wear it around your neck or something like that. I mean, you probably should be able to in this day and age.
I feel like if you're at a naked party, there's nobody you need to be texting during that time. I feel like your attention's going to be completely focused on...
Do they take it like when you go to the strip club in Atlantic City? Like you walk in, they're like, checking your fucking cell phones right now. Do they do that at the nudist colony?
More than likely.
Because you're like, yeah, I'm just texting my... taking some random cooch shots. Whoa. There it was. All right. That's my random thought. Jonesy, shoot yours out. Shoot yours out onto the crowd.
All right. Let me just go ahead and cock this real quick. My random thought, I've got two different things. And, you know, the first thing I got to say is I have been loving the NHL playoffs. I'm an enormous hockey fan come postseason time. I watch hockey every night. I love it. But a thought occurred to me, what an incredible medieval torture device we could use and borrow from hockey, okay? Mm-hmm. I feel like people shouldn't necessarily be put in prison for 20 years or depraved or put in scary places. I say that we tie some people to a post in the middle of an ice rink, butt naked. Mm-hmm. Let's tie them to a post and take fucking slap shots at them.
Oh, that sounds like cruel and unusual.
I feel like that would be a serious punishment. I think that would really keep people in line too. But I have two people that I really want to put on the post. Mm-hmm. The number one is the person who made it mandatory for people at delis in the supermarket to put a sticker over the top of the fucking zip bag.
Right.
When you get your cold cuts. Because the first thing you do is you go home and while you're unpacking your groceries, you're like, let me just get a quick scrape of that mesquite turkey just to take a little taste. And then you tear the thing open and the fucking bag rips.
You have a perfectly good Ziploc bag that is now destroyed by the $4.99 a pound sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I feel like we've done a lot of trial and error.
We put a man on the moon,
yeah,
but we can't get the sticker and the Ziploc bag to work in unison.
Or in the words of that guy from the Green Mile, it's like, Toby, how many times are you going to pee on the toilet seat before you realize you got to put it up? Remember that?
How many times are you going to ruin your deli meat container?
And then finally, a very special Slapshot edition to whatever asshole has their own small business or your large business, okay? How many times have you been out there and you've walked into that big double door section of a business, right?
Yep.
And there's that one door that everybody's walking in and out of, and there's a lot of traffic, and you want to go out the right door, and you want to escape from it, and you walk into that door at full momentum, and boom! And all of a sudden you're fucking stuck because there's a goddamn deadbolt in the fucking door. Open the fucking door so customers can move in and out of the store in an orderly fashion.
This is America. There's fat
and we can all get on with our lives. Especially at 7-Eleven. How many fucking assholes have to pull that door before you realize you just got to open it? Is there something sacred or something we're trying to prove by this? Unlock the door.
No, you cannot open both doors. It's against the sacred cow. Only watch one door for traffic.
Do I hear Ovechkin taking slap shot practice? What is that?
It's Ovechkin taking shots at the 7-Eleven owners.
Zubov!
Boom! There it is.
And that's my rant.
All right, we're going to introduce our guest. We have a special guest this week, one of the biggest supporters and one of our $100 donators who's going to have to come up with 1 minute of information for me and Jonesy to share with the world. Mike! Welcome to the team.
Thank you, guys. That check might bounce back.
Michael!
Just saying that.
Hey, man, it's all online. It's not my problem. So Mike is going to join us. We have a special segment just to interview Mike because he has a very, very interesting career path that he has chosen.
First of all, for those of you who don't know Mike, he is the man who inspired the character Quagmire from Family Guy. This guy is the man. And I asked him, I request him to come on the air today because I think we're going to expose some very interesting things you might not think is in the private airline industry.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna pop out what he did yet. I was gonna let it sit as a mystery. Sit as a mystery. But we're gonna bring Mike in for free candy. Because nothing says a good time like free candy. Yeah. So this is a segment where we have some pictures of people. And we did our ass contest. We did our ass contest, and we're gonna decide which one of these gentlemen you would be least likely to let your kids take free candy from. I mean, they're all very good candidates, but one of them will be obviously a little more creepy. So Here's some creepy pictures of some creepy people that are giving out free candy in a van down by the river. Here's guy number one.
Yo, first, can we get into... Oh, wow.
So here's a guy holding a doll, and there's something very unsettling about a guy with a bald head holding a doll in a fucking red and black striped sweater, just looking at you from under those brows. What do you think, Mike? How do you feel about this?
He looks very trustworthy.
Yeah.
I don't see what the problem is.
Can you pick my kids up from preschool at 4? Help me out.
How come I feel like this
As long
guy's...
as he's got a van, why not?
He's got room for plenty.
How come I feel like this guy's got his own monogrammed bowling ball? Do you get that impression?
I feel like he's got his own monogrammed rape kit.
Yeah. He's got a little travel case.
Yeah. little mini handcuffs. Oh, was that too far?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, that was mean. All right, we'll go on to guy number 2. Now this guy has the the creepy mullet shirtless look going.
Oh my God!
For our iTunes listeners out there,
where did they find this guy?
This guy's got his head shaved. What?
He looks like Vigo from Ghostbusters.
Yes,
he's like Vigo.
He does look like Vigo from Ghostbusters. And there's something about that long, scraggly hair. The only thing that would make this worse is if he had a mustache and his hairline was a little more receded.
No, I think it's worse without a mustache.
There's a guy I go to. I'm not going to mention the store, but there's a store in the White Plains area. This guy's bald. Like, it's like bald all the way down to the middle of his head. But he has like this long, scraggly, like crazy, like he pulls it into like this little tight ponytail, but it's all scraggly on the sides and shit. I was like, dude, people are trying to come to this business and like purchase things, and they're just afraid to approach the register because they're like you almost feel like you need a rape whistle to go up to the register. Like,
you can buy KY from it though, right?
Yeah, no, it's not that kind of place. It's actually, you'd never believe what kind of store it is. That's why I'm surprised they have him working the register. So that's guy number 2. Guy number 3. This stash says I touch children, huh?
I chose this guy because I feel like I would qualify him as being in the top 5 people who would actually purchase a van.
Okay.
You know, I'm not sure if I'm not going to condemn the man as a pedophile, but I feel like he's the kind of person who would sign the bottom line for, you know, to buy a new Econoline van from Ford.
Does that van have child safety locks? Can the doors only be opened from the outside?
Does it have one of those awesome groovy circles in the back?
Is there room for me to put a cardboard box of puppies in the back?
Oh.
Because nothing goes hand in hand with free candy like, I got puppies in the van. Just in case you run out of free candy. Or a new bicycle. I got a new bicycle I need to get rid of. You want to go check it out in the van? This is awful. This is terrible. All right, guy number 4. Guy number 4 is, he looks lovable. He's hugging a puppy. He's got the mullet going on. Mullet and mustache. Mullet and mustache alert. Mullet and mustache. We need... Woo. Do we have an alarm over there?
No.
I got to add that to the soundboard. Mullet, mustache, a little overweight. For this, I'm giving a full description for our iTunes and podcast listeners. He's probably pushing about 250, 260.
For the record, I'm not afraid of this guy at all.
He looks cuddly.
He does. I feel like he's a really friendly guy.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the guy that would be on like Law and Order SVU or like Criminal Minds, and they would like interview him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And be like, "There's no way he could be raping kids," and then at the end, he's like the most evil fucker on the planet. Like, he's got like fucking 17 like 15-year-old girls tied up in his basement, fucking human centipeding each other.
He's like, welcome to Carcosa.
Oh. You know, I don't feel like this guy is such a bad guy. I feel like you might want to stop off and get like, you know, a pint of ice cream and watch Dancing with the Stars. I don't necessarily think he's gonna.
I feel like he drives it like an ice cream truck, right? And he's like just calling the kids to him.
Yeah. I could see him driving the ice cream truck. I could see that he ate the ice cream truck, but he definitely driving it.
Sorry.
No, don't ever. Just let it go, man. You hit it. Let it go. There it is. All right. We got a number 5. Oh, man.
More of these guys out there?
Yeah, this guy just doesn't have any teeth. He just looks confused. I feel like he would accidentally rape somebody because he's just confused about life.
Yeah.
He looks like he's drank his share of liquor right out of the
I feel like
bottle.
I've partied with him in Vegas before.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has that kind of guy, that old guy when you go to the casinos that you hang out with the tables and he's like, well, let's go fucking get crazy. And you're like, dude, you're like 55, but all right.
Yeah.
You probably have more money than me. Let's go.
This guy, man. I feel like, you know that song from Old School where it's like the sound of silence.
Yeah.
I feel like they wrote this song after this guy because I feel like there's just an empty dark abyss in his head. You know, like he's had way too many peach schnapps in his day.
Yeah, I think he might have way too many Jack Daniels swigs.
No, he's definitely a schnapps man.
Yeah,
There's more moonshine. I'm sorry, he's a moonshine.
Hey,
guy.
moonshine is good, man.
Yeah, it looks like it kinda,
Moonshine's real good.
It
I'm not sure
burnt
you've
his
had
teeth right out of his skull.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
a lot
sure
of
that's
meth.
the meth, actually.
That's the
That might be the meth.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the last guy.
And at some point, somebody did hit him with a snow shovel, right?
Okay. Here is a fine young man who's not so young. He looks like he had some plastic surgery maybe to hide his appearance, hide his true identity. And I'm going to let you guys on a little secret. This really is a little kid toucher. This is a mug shot or some sort of shot of X-Men director Bryan Singer's friend who has gotten him into all the kid touching trouble that he's in right now. If you see all the news thing, he can't even go on the press tours because he's being accused of going to this guy's parties. And apparently this guy had parties where people were, this is what I don't get, they were forced to drink alcohol and do cocaine was the claim. So I'm like, I don't know. Last time I've been to a party.
Yeah. Well, what was
At
Sergeant?
any age.
What was Sergeant Gunny there forcing people to drink?
Yeah,
You know?
and shoving cocaine up their nose because any party I've been to with those things involved, ain't nobody getting forced.
No.
But who do we think is the real winner? Will one of the not necessarily kid touchers beat out the official kid toucher for the free candy title of the week?
I don't know.
I'm going with the mullet guy, man.
Mullet guy?
The mullet guy with
Mullet just always screams scary to me. I don't know why. I know it's business on top and party in the
The
back.
fat, cute mullet guy hugging the puppy,
No.
or the other mullet guy?
For the
Mullet guy number 2 or 3? No, not that guy.
That's just like Fester right there.
This guy.
That guy.
Yes!
Yes.
I vote for this guy.
Yeah. I say. Yeah. This guy definitely wins.
Yeah, he definitely wins.
Some long, hot fart of approval.
That was awful.
Long, hot fart of approval.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got
Guy
ourselves
number
a winner.
2 is our free candy man. The free candy man of the week.
We got a confession to make, Joe. We were coming to the show last week, and
Yeah.
we were looking for inspiration on the ride to fill just like a 10-minute gap. We couldn't figure out what to do. And just as we were driving past, we see this old shitty van on the side of the road that just looked like it was nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
And Joe, what did you say when the cop was behind him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They pulled it over, and like, why did you pull me over? You know why.
You know why.
You know why. All right, that was free candy. We might do that again. That was kind of fun. I
like that.
I don't know
That's
how
good.
that came across to the public. We're not promoting kid touching, but we'll make fun of you if you look like you touch children. Or
I feel
you
like
do.
you got to get the actual vans up there next.
Yeah.
Like a couple of vans.
Like the creepiest van, and maybe that'll be the next edition of Free Candy. What van would be the least trusting to get picked up? Hey, you want to ride home? My van's in the parking lot. It's one of those panic moments where a girl's like, her rape whistle and bells are going off in her head, and she's like, I'll take a ride home, sure. And that gray van, which one's yours? The Mercedes, the Lexus? Nah, the Ford van in the corner of the parking lot.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, this van's got a stick shift? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, why is there a cage in the back? Ah!
It's for my puppies.
Yeah. You want to see him? All right. Might as well take our break a little early tonight. We got a lot to get to on the other half of the break. Stay tuned.
Addicted to Ink, a proud sponsor of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, is Westchester's premier tattoo, piercing, and apparel destination, offering only the finest tattoo and piercing services as well as the best atmosphere you will find. Addicted to Ink is located conveniently at 38 Westchester Avenue in White Plains, New York, right across the street from the Westchester Mall. If you got the itch for more ink, like the Zaraza boys do, get your work done right. Visit www.addictedtoinktattoos.com for more information.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yes.
Does the stress of daily life seem just like too much?
Yes.
Are you simply fed up?
Yes.
Do you wish you could just make it all chill out?
But how?
Well, then you need a Royale Grinder. Royale Grinder is a jumbo-sized 2.5-inch diameter premium 4-piece herb grinder that fits in the palm of your hand. With 50 closely interlined, everlasting chunky teeth that will keep on shredding whatever enters your chamber.
I can use it for all my herbs. Thanks, Royal Grinder. I'll never feel shitty again.
Order now at www.royalegrinders.com. That's www.royalegrinders.com.
Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged cause it's harder than some like to admit? Tricks, well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Oh yeah, yeah. White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
We're back.
Oh, yeah! Welcome back to Broken Filter Live, ladies and gentlemen. It's 8:25 on the East Coast. We are broadcasting live from Portchester, New York, where we're about to get into some good stuff. But first, a few shout-outs to our very special sponsors. Number one, we'd like to give a very big shout-out to our good friend Melissa, who we are very, very proud of. She has a company called Rave Titties. No joke. It's on Envy, okay? It's on Etsy, I'm sorry.
Etsy.
You guys know what Etsy is. It's a website you can build your own shit and sell it, right? This girl, she's 22. She's very entrepreneurial. She actually decided to create her own line of rave. Mike, you want to get into that a little bit or no?
You know what? She's a party girl, man.
Yeah.
She was like, fuck it. Let me make some bedazzled bras. And make
Bedazzled
rave
bras,
titties.
yeah.
And, she's taken off with
Fantastic.
it.
And she
man.
really went the extra
Genius,
mile. She
I
got some friends. She advertised. She did a really good job with
She's
it.
in the fashion
Just when
industry
you
to
thought
start
you
with.
couldn't make tits better, she put some fucking shiny little
There you
rhinestones
go.
on them.
So we're gonna put that link right on Broken Filter Live. So go there and visit it. Go visit our friends at White Plains Vapors. You've heard it down before. It's if you're looking to quit,
Month and a half now.
listen, go ahead and do it, guys. Seriously, it's a lot more healthy than smoking. It's a lot more healthy than the Logic and those other Fugazi brands. All right. Finally, and then I'm in the shipping business now. So if you ever have any special electronics, If you own your own business and need to have some things transported or anything like that, I'm happy to help. If you got your friends moving, I'm the guy to talk to. And I believe that's it for this week, Joe. I don't have any fancy, flashy things to promote this week beyond that.
Okay.
So
I wanted to shout out some hashtags that were thrown around in the chat room about the free candy. Apparently, people thought that was very funny.
Oh, nice.
And the guy Jake Cantrell said, "Looks like Cullen from Kindergarten Cop" about the last one we showed.
Yeah, it does actually.
Blood Scowl said that plastic face screams pedophilia. And then Jay Kranchowicz said, "Are black kids allowed in the white vans too?" And then Blood Scowl said, "As long as it's got graffiti on it, I think so." And then I put hashtag black kids get raped too.
Wow.
That was bad. Hey, man, we don't discriminate.
This isn't the Clippers. Come on, man.
Oh, man. Anyway, are we just going to go right into our next segment?
I don't see why not, right?
Yeah. All right. We're going to do a special segment called Flight School. We're going to learn a thing or two about private jets because one of the reasons, besides being a big supporter of Broken Filter, my blog before it was actually Broken Filter Live, the show, was Mike.
Yeah.
And Mike has always believed that my stupid mouth is entertaining to people and will make us famous one day.
A true diamond in the rough. You
and he always told me to keep talking because it's funny. And so I listened, and here we are. And obviously I brought along... Thanks, Jonesy. I brought along the best possible partner I could have found. Then he fucking does the toilet flush so he can suck it. Fuck you. We were getting sentimental for a minute. But anyway.
Listen, we have potty mouth. What are you going to do?
Mike is a private jet pilot, and he is also management in a private jet company. And he's not going to name names of company, and we're going to keep it light and simple here. But we would like to see and hear a little bit about behind the scenes, because I know he's told us as friends. He's a good friend of ours. He's told us some stories in passing that were very entertaining. And I feel like this is something that the world needs to know about. So,
definitely.
Mike.
What do you guys want to know? Shoot.
Let's start with something easy. What's the most amazing place you've been to that you've flown the jet to with people? And
Craziest place?
Yeah, we'll go with craziest.
Panama. By far.
What happens in Panama?
You can do whatever you want in Panama. You could actually get pulled over in a stolen car with a dead hooker in the trunk, covered over a mound of cocaine, and as long as you got enough cash, they'd be like, "Go on, sir. Go on." So, I mean, Panama is essentially you have Vegas meet Amsterdam, and they had a bastard child.
In Mexico,
Yeah.
on the Mexican border.
I mean, it's on the Colombian border. I mean, like, how much closer to coke can you get? It's just, they do whatever you want down there.
So you're not saying you killed a hooker and stole a car and a mound of cocaine?
I don't partake in any of it, but yeah, man, you can do whatever you want.
Not saying I did any of that, but I may have seen somebody do something like that.
We were on our way to the canal and, get rid of some stuff.
Sightseeing, picked up a dead hooker. Now it was the hooker from a donkey show. Does that sort of shit happen down there? You ever seen anything crazy like that, like donkey shows and shit?
No, I mean, that stays behind closed doors in the hotel room.
Now, Mike, tell us a little bit about the demographic of people that actually charter the flights.
It's the one percenters.
It's the one percenters.
Like when you think like A-Rod and Derek Jeter have a lot of money, they don't, man. I mean, they do have a lot of money compared to all of us.
Sure.
But it's the guys who are paying their salaries that have a lot of money. That are
like the Steinbrenners.
Yeah,
and the,
I mean, those are the one percenters. Everyone thinks like these rock stars and stuff like that have tons of money that they're throwing on private jets. They don't, man. I mean, they might charter them like once in a while, but they don't have enough to own them and really use them.
Yeah. All right. So obviously now you're talking about one percenters.
Well, the reason why I brought that up is because he told me one story specifically that I thought was fucking awesome. He told me about like a bunch of buddies that get together every year and do this, and they fly to Panama just to go dark for a week. You know what I mean?
This is the Costa Rica trip.
Oh, the Costa Rica?
Yeah. Okay. This sounds like it has potential.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I mean, these are just 5 college buddies like us, that have known each other their whole lives, and every year they just get together and do this crazy boys trip. So we took them to Costa Rica.
Awesome.
And they rented a house in like the middle of the woods, and I mean, I obviously didn't party with them for the weekend.
Right.
But let's put it this way. We came out of New York. We were going to Costa Rica. It's like a 5-hour flight. And they brought 2 girls with them. And let's just say that before she even got on the plane, she was already naked. Here I am giving like the safety briefing, like the emergencies are over here.
Right.
And she's like, let me take my shirt off. And I'm just like she's facing me. She didn't even turn
I
around.
got your flotation device. It's right here,
I was
boys.
just like, wow. I'm like, this is what kind of party this is going to be, right? So for the next 5 hours, they had the music at like a level 10
Whoa.
the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, just drinking their faces
Just fucking
off.
airborne. You're just fucking just rocking out, just getting it done.
And the best part about it is we had this new flight attendant. It was our second flight ever.
Oh, God.
And she was
Oh, God.
totally
Oh, God.
not prepared for this. But she handled it very well. But yeah, at one point, like, I see her taking photos. And I'm like, you can't take photos of, you know, like our passengers.
Sure,
like that.
sure.
You know, you got to be private. And little do I know, I go back there and all the passengers are in their underwear.
Oh, God.
Every single one of them. 5 guys, 2
And how
girls.
old are they?
They're in their 40s, 50s.
Could you imagine your dad in your 40s getting naked in the middle of a plane
Partying, yeah.
with hookers headed to Central America?
I don't know if they were hookers, but they were definitely partying. They wanted photos of this, and I'm just like,
Oh, they wanted her to take the pictures?
yeah. So she was taking photos, and I was just like,
That's like those bachelor party photos that you're like, wish didn't exist.
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like, why did you post those on MySpace, you fuck?
Yeah. Hey, Dick. Yo, when you used to have the Nextel phone, boop. Hey, Dick.
I actually got that when we went to one bachelor party. There wasn't even anything wrong in the pictures. It was just there was a girl standing near some people, and apparently all the girlfriends freaked out. Even Karen got mad too.
I tell Karen everything, man. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, but there was a girl standing in the background. Like, I took 100 pictures of this bachelor party. I maybe posted 10 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And fucking in the background, there's like 30 people between the camera lens and where this one girl was standing, facing 2 of the guys we came with, and they're like, dude. Like 10 seconds after I put it on the internet, they're like, yeah, you got to take that picture down. There's a girl like talking to us.
Women's radar is up. They're like,
So we got a little off track. We digress to the stories of other.
But I just thought that was so
debauchery.
fascinating because, you know, it's really people that are very affluent that got some money to throw around. They get these huge, they throw the money in a pot and they fly down to Central America, just go off the grid for a week.
you know, I've got a basic philosophy. I mean, they work hard and they party even harder.
Awesome.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
and they've got the money to do whatever they want.
Let's
you know?
get let's get down to the real dirt here. What's the craziest thing that someone's done on the plane that where you're like, no? Like, there's got to be something. If you can't tell us, I totally understand. But if there's something you could tell us,
You'd be amazed. I mean, they're actually pretty laid back. You know, I mean,
really.
you know, even when they want to do.
God damn it, Mike! I advertise this as the behind the scenes, man. You
I
gotta
mean, when
hit
they
me
want to
with
do their drugs, they at least have the decency to do it in the bathroom, so we don't know about it.
Oh, okay.
But no, on that one flight, that chick I was telling you about, she actually came up to the cockpit absolutely naked. And I mean, you got to stare. You know, you're just like, she came up here for a reason. You know, and she's like, "Oh, what will it take for me to get you two, meaning me and the other guy I'm flying with, naked?" And I mean, I am sitting there like, not much. You know? But you know, I look over at him, and he actually owns the company I work for, and he's just like, for once, we've got to be professional. You know, just like, I was like, all right. I'm like, ma'am, you're gonna have to take your seat.
You're gonna have to remove your vagina from the cockpit.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I'm
it's
like,
distracting.
I'm getting naked.
This is distracting. You're trying to land the plane. She's like, woo. So, what about you? Have another question for him, Jones? You right?
I have a couple. Yeah, like. Did you ever have somebody like Chow from The Hangover, like in Vegas, where it's like, Chow need to fly now, and like all of a sudden you like scramble to get a plane going, and then you had to fly to China or something? Like anything outrageous?
I don't know about China, but yeah, you definitely get people who like they want you to scramble like Air Force One from in like 2 seconds. You know, they just got so much money. They're like, pick me up now. I need to go to White Plains to Manhattan. And you're like, what?
Why would I fly? Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
But you know, hey, they got the money to do it.
Yeah, right. You're paying for it. Bring it on. Now let's ask about celebrities. You're not going to name the celebrities, right?
No, I can't name people. I'm sorry.
But you did tell me a story about one specific celebrity that may have sang a song that, you know, people may have heard once or twice. So, you know, if that song happened to play in the background, you wouldn't necessarily.
I already know who you're talking about. That guy was such a.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's let everyone else kind of get an idea of who we're talking about here.
Yeah, we're sitting there like at the airport watching him do an interview on like MTV in English. Nice touch. In English, he shows up to the airplane. You know, we go to greet him. We're like, "Welcome aboard," blah blah blah. And he like looks at us and he goes, "No English." And then he like gets on the airplane. I'm like, "I just watched you do an interview in English." Like,
Yeah,
bro. You know,
nice try.
Like I just saw you do it. You know? But
Yeah.
he was a bit of a character.
He sounds like a delight.
Yeah, he was not.
Well,
No.
I would like to.
Like even like his party that was with him that worked. You know, they all came from a show, so they were all like in outfit.
Yeah.
And every single one of those people, you could tell, just absolutely hated the
His whole entourage thought he
Yeah.
was an enormous asswipe.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like on the airplane, like he sat by himself because they all kind of like gravitated away from him. You know?
Ooh,
Is that right?
that's awful.
They all gravitated away from the guy? Wow.
Absolutely.
He must be an insufferable cunt, this guy.
The best part about it was he was like the last one off the airplane, and I couldn't not laugh at this. But our flight attendant like chased after him doing like, and I was just dying my laugh.
Now, didn't you tell me that he had mentioned something? He got a few drinks in him or something, and had mentioned that he had an upcoming album that was supposed to be fantastic.
Well, he did tell us he was playing at the White House. And we're like, really? After all the things that you just said? we're like, you're allowed in that place? Come on, man.
That's funny.
Who's running this place?
Who's running this? Did someone check out? Because I'm pretty sure after that second election, we our government's been on autopilot, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the people that are running it and really getting proactive about doing stuff are not the ones we want being proactive. They're like, e-cigarettes, for the love of God, we have to stop this madness.
That's the case cracker right there.
Hey, Mike, tell the audience about somebody who who had no business being on the plane.
In what aspect?
Like, is there somebody that just financially, like, just had no business? Like, they were in way over their heads. They, you know.
Oh, you know, we did fly one guy who he was a football player, really nice guy. I actually was a huge fan of him. Super nice guy. He actually proposed to his wife in the back of the airplane.
Unreal. Yeah.
He was actually here's this 6'5" linebacker who's 265 pounds,
Right.
Who gets hit on a daily basis, and he was so nervous that he was shaking. I'm like, dude, you already have a kid with her. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's not gonna say no. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, and believe me, if
But-
you've seen a girl give birth to your child, you know her as intimately as you can.
Yeah. I get it. It was a special event. He was balling for it, but like I looked up his contract,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Oh,
you do
man.
not make enough money to be on the back of this plane.
I would also like to mention that not only do you know a woman intimately, should I just leave it at that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You don't watch. That is my advice to all the men out there that may be having kids or have kids on the way.
Don't watch.
Don't look, man.
I don't want any part of that.
It's like
dude.
heights. It's like heights. You know when you're on a tall building and everyone's like, just don't look down and you'll be fine. Same thing in the fucking birthing.
Dude,
just don't look down and you'll be fine. Everything will be okay. Just don't look down.
Why don't we take that advice? Because I want to take that advice.
I disagree with it. I want to be there with like a catcher's mitt. Like I want to
Yeah.
be like, come on, throw it right down the middle, hon.
I will say,
I do.
it is amazing. It is amazing experience. And if you watch the first part, that's fine. Don't watch the afterbirth.
Don't watch the afterbirth.
Nuh-uh. That's not something you want to be involved in.
Do you get grossed out
What
by
are you
blood?
doing?
What do you mean?
Did you just light up a cigar in here?
I'm having a cigar.
Are you shitting me?
No big deal, right?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, I talked to them before. They said it was okay.
Oh, you fucking caught me off guard.
They said it was okay if I smoked a cigar while we did the show.
All right. Shit, man. Caught me off guard. I was like, is that a cigar or a big fat?
He did the same in my car. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I blow this enormous fucking cloud in his face. He's like, what the fuck?
You know what that means? He wants to have sex in the back of a private jet.
Ah.
All right. We're going to tie up flight school because we got a bunch of other stuff we want to get involved in, like the return of Creepy Craigslist.
Uh-oh.
Creepy Craigslist.
Oh. Welcome back, and guess what spurred this glorious, triumphant return? Guess what? Guess what?
What?
A giant horse cock.
A giant horse cock. Yes, that's right. Do you have the story all lined up to share with our friends at
You
home?
bet, man. A Phoenix person arrested for using Craigslist to find sex with a horse, and that means only trouble, ladies and gentlemen. A Phoenix resident has been arrested for using Craigslist to try and find a horse for sex acts. I shit you not, I had to ask Joe this yesterday on the phone. I'm like, wait, it's not legal to have sex with animals?
No, it's not.
Apparently it's not illegal to have sex with animals.
No, it's not something you can do in the United States of America.
Donald Wild, 22 years of age, went to the misconnections section of the online site to try to satisfy his bizarre needs.
I think that's the girl's name. It was a girl.
The name is Donald?
Yeah, apparently that's the girl. That might be a typo, but it's definitely a chick. Unless it's a dude in drag, which I don't know. Now it makes me feel like we didn't do multiple. I looked at 2 different sites, but anyway, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. I think here's the quote, okay? I am 22 years old and I want to play with a male horse. Simple as that. If you have access to a male horse and can allow me access to a male horse, then contact me, please. Smiley face. I will do something in return, Wild posted. According to Phoenix Times, the ad was posted earlier this month. Police were able to track Wild down after another Craigslist user contacted officers out of pure disgust.
Now, I'd like to add on, I did read a couple of other articles on this. Apparently, the cops did a sting where they brought a horse, like a police horse that they would normally ride around fucking with fucking protesters or something, and they brought it to the location.
Yeah.
Because they had to, prove that this person was going to do... And apparently, the said person dropped down to their knees and, grabbed double-fisted and was about to...
Double-fisted?
Yeah, it was about to...
What, the guy was about to do a 2-fisted tomahawk on the horse?
Yeah, it was about
Is that like assault on an officer or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It was about to test the durability of their jaw, I guess is the best way to say that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I feel bad because the guy wants to be like the guy from Dateline, but instead he's like, okay, I guess I'll do this fucking horse story.
Yeah. He wants to be the guy from Dateline doing, To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
To catch a horse fucker.
To catch a horse fucker.
That's the low-end cable version of To Catch a Predator. There was another wonderful...
There's another one here.
There was another creepy Craigslist entry that's actually not our usual... This is not our usual creepy Craigslist. There was too many different things going on for us to just do the normal.
This one I thought was really special. We're not going to do a million of them tonight, but I just want to do this one. Because this is somebody who has been in misconnections so many times that she has an enormous amount of angst and anger towards the people that generally participate in the room. She went really fucking ballistic, and I want to read this to you guys, all right?
What the fuck?
The title of this is What the Fuck is Wrong with You People? Women for Man, okay? Status, single. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Missed Connections, the place you post if you met someone and would like a second chance. Your eyes meet, there was something, and you wish you had said something but were afraid at the time. What this is not is, number 1, I want to come on your feet because I'm a sexual deviant and need a partner in my deviance. It is not, I saw a guy with a nice ass and I want to plunge my dick into it. It's not, I'm looking for someone to suck me off this afternoon between the hours of 1:27 and 2:23 p.m. before my wife and kids get home. It's not, I'm a lonely loser who is looking for a married man to fuck, and I will then stalk you to the ends of the earth and boil a bunny in your kitchen.
I didn't read that one.
It is not, I need to have a couple watch me masturbate, please be 18 and hot. And finally...
No, keep going.
Okay,
I'll
read all of them. It's not, I'm a hopeless romantic and want a hot woman with no brain to love me. It's not, I am bald, fat, and broke and live with my mother, only a hot woman will do. And it's not, I need a twink. I've searched every Marshalls in Long Island for the one who is blind and will take the only fat, smelly, hairy bear that I am. And here's how she sums it up. There are so many more things that missed connections are not. If you want a man, post in that section with all the other losers posting that they are horny and need a quick fuck. If you want a woman, post there with all the losers that want an 18-year-old with huge tits and a hairless pussy.
Who doesn't?
A clue. If you are indeed a man who is 5'1", weighs more than a car, and needs a shower, you will need to have a suit made of $100 bills before meeting someone willing to talk to you. If you are a woman who looks like Benny Hill, which I fucking love, great reference. Great reference. Please don't think you're going to land Brad Pitt. The guy I mentioned previously just may be the one for you. You're welcome. Now scurry along and find the correct section to post your shit in, cunt. I mean, that must have taken an hour to write.
That was fantastic. And it was very well done, Jonesy.
Thank you.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
All right, so that'll wrap up Creepy Craigslist for this week. we're going to head off in the direction of broken news.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Broken news.
It's broken news.
Broken news. Broken news.
It's broken.
So broken news is not your grandmother's news. We were discussing this in the car on the way over here, and they were like, Mike was like, hey, why are we going to talk about the Clippers nonsense? And I said, you know what? On our news, we try to steer away from the news that everyone else is talking about because your mind gets numbed by the same fucking news story, no matter how many different angles you hear.
Yeah.
You've already made up your own opinion in your head. You don't need to hear any more about it.
This is not the kind of news that Kathy Lee's drinking champagne and reporting.
No. We want to give you the news that's fucked up and weird and usually involves sexual type situations because that's how, as much as people want to deny that that's not how their brain fucking works, that shit's interesting to a bunch of people. It's interesting to a bunch of people. And hopefully our listeners. So broken fucking news. Let's start it off with the Tennessee teenager who smuggled a loaded revolver into jail using what? Her vagina. A 19-year-old Tennessee woman was arrested for driving with a suspended license on Monday, an arrest that led to quite an interesting booking process. Okay, let's stop there. She was arrested for driving with a suspended license, so at no point was she out of the line of sight of the police officer. So I'm pretty damn sure she was toting that Glock all up in that bitch prior to the situation at hand. Or maybe, oh shit, the cops, be cool, fool, don't roll up, hide that shit in your donut.
It makes a perfect holster. I mean, that's it.
I was about to say, maybe our friend Melissa could design a pussy holster.
There you go.
That's bedazzled.
Rave titties and holsters. Boom.
Oh, man. So the female corrections officer was booking Dallas Archer. Her name was Dallas Archer. That's a
great name.
Badass name. Not going to lie.
Oh, that's a monster.
Dallas Archer into the Kingsport jail when she became aware of an unknown object in the teenager's crotch during a routine search. The jailer and a female cop then accompanied Archer to the bathroom for further examination, which means they both pulled on the fucking rubber gloves and went elbow deep in a bitch. So they found out she had a concealed 22 LR North American Arms 22 LR revolver, fully loaded.
Holy cow.
And apparently they're saying that it was very dangerous because she was bumping into a wall away from fucking blowing the front of her fucking junk right out of her fucking body.
Did she have a permit, though?
This is in Tennessee. I don't even think you need a permit.
You just show up. You're like, just give it to me.
Archer is now facing felony charges for gun possession, including contraband into a penal facility. Do they still call it a penal facility when it's girls? Anyway. So, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It's 4 inches in length and is nearly 3 inches tall. So, I mean...
The gun was 4 inches long.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just thought the size would... I mean, everyone's
Apparently
wondering.
she's not a size queen, which is the important thing.
I mean, so she's still got a little...
A size queen? What is this, the early 90s?
So what you're saying... what I'm saying the size for is because it looks like she's still got a little elasticity left in that thing.
Uh-oh.
So anybody looking to bang Dallas Archer...
She's used to only 4 inches.
She's only used to 4 inches, so you might... But 3 inches across. There's that.
I think I might have had to go up into a fallopian tube. Where else are you going to put it? It's not going to fit.
Oh, man, that's gross. All right, I'm going to move on to the next topic, the next article. All right, this one's a doozy. Teacher accused of...
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy. Teacher accused of giving a student a birthday lap dance in class. 42-year-old teacher performed a full contact lap dance on a middle school student in front of his Texas classmates. Felicia Smith was charged Thursday with having an improper relationship with a student because of her alleged 4-minute risque performance on a boy celebrating his 15th birthday in February. The teen told investigators that he sat in a chair next to Smith's desk as she moved back and forth on his crotch and touched him all over his body.
Oh, man.
Near the end of the dance, the student said Smith sank to her knees and put her head in between her legs. And anybody that's ever been to a strip club knows exactly how that goes. That fake, like, I'm going to rub my lips across your fly thing with their hair, whipping it around your belt line. Sorry, I had a flashback. And apparently this whole incident happened in front of all the other students during class. The student admitted that he spanked Miss Smith's buttocks a couple of times. Smack that ass. Smack that
boy,
ass.
man.
Smack that ass. As music played, she said at the end, "I love you, baby. Happy birthday," to the boy. So there's been a whole lot of fucking lines drawn.
More importantly, do you think he got an A in that class? like, do you think she has like the balls to fail him after that, or is it like automatic? Like, no, you pass, kid.
I mean, do you really care what your grade is if you just got a lap dance from the teacher? You know what I mean? Like,
you're like, I got an F. Boom.
Yeah, I got an F, and you're still on my dick. What?
I'll give you an F.
Shit, bitch, I slapped that ass.
God, that is just hot. That story.
It's fucked up.
It is
You know
so
what? There's
hot.
a lot of them popping up like this.
We got a call coming in. I have a feeling I know who this is. It's Broken Filter Live. You're on the air.
Yo, guys. What's up, guys?
Jordan, why do you call us at the end of the show, man? What happened? What's going on?
I don't know.
2 weeks in a row.
I just basically saw a good segment, and then I found the right time to call in. I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
No, I'm just busting your chops. What do you got for us, man?
You dick. Great. No, I'm talking about the whole stripper thing.
The lap dance from the teacher?
Yeah, the lap dance for the teacher. Did you ever like envision having one when you were in high school?
Yeah.
I mean.
Dear Mrs. Robinson, Jesus love you more. Ho, ho, ho.
Which teacher would you have gotten it from? We didn't have hot teachers in our school.
There's a couple.
No, there was a substitute teacher who always used to run the track in between periods. Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
She was the blonde. She was about 5'5". Yeah.
There's a few substitutes and maybe some younger ones on the way out.
Let's face it, I never went to class.
Yeah. But you know what? If I got a lap dance from a teacher when I was 15... I don't know if I'd get ratting him out. I'm ratting her out. I mean, that's the difference part. It's a double-edged sword because, like, I know, like people say, oh, well, the female teacher did it to the boy, and the boys are like high-fiving their friends. And if it's the other way around, like, 15-year-old girls gets with a male teacher, then it's a whole big fucking to-do. So it's weird. It's weird how this society accepts
What
it.
I love so much is that whenever they have actual investigations where they get police involved, they get the phone records and they kind of do a little digging, and they find out that these people exchange like 500 to 1,000 texts a day.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I can't even.
Are you fucking crazy?
Are you sniffing glue?
What are you even talking about for that long? I mean,
Dude, I receive maybe 1 or 2 texts a day, if that. Like, I'm insanely jealous.
Well, I have a wife, and I maybe get 30 to 50.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, try and picture your hottest relationship or your hottest fling or whatever you want to call it. I mean, maybe 200 or something. Not fucking 1,000, you know.
All right, Jordan, we got to cut you short because you're calling at the end,
bro.
and we got another story to get to before we hit our last segment. That's what I got you, Mike. All right.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to you next week, buddy. Have a good
Jordan. And I'll call at the beginning.
All right, buddy.
Peace.
All right, so that's that. We're going to do one more story, and then we'll do a video, and then we'll get out of here. We got Iggy Azalea. If you don't know who Iggy Azalea is, she's an Australian hot-ass rapper chick. She's blonde. She's like what Nicki Minaj could and should be because she's actually good-looking and, you know, better at rapping.
All right. She's a better musician.
Yeah. So Iggy Azalea, I think we have a picture of her in the news, which will pop up real quick. It's News Iggy. It was right there. News Iggy. Let's show you a picture of her. If you don't know, look at that ass. That ass, though.
Oh, wow. She's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. She's blonde. She's white. She's pretty. So Iggy Azalea wants her fans to stop trying to finger her on stage. She's getting finger banged on stage, and she doesn't like it. She's not into it. Apparently, she stopped by a New York radio station, Hot 97, for a special interview, and they said that she had to stop crowd surfing because she's doing small venues, and about 10 or 12 people would try to finger pop her while she was crowd surfing.
That is freaking gross.
And it also happened while she was leaning over, not even crowd surfing, leaning over, off the stage to sing to her fans. So, but she said, here's the kicker. She said it happens mostly from the women.
From the women?
Do you think Eddie Van Halen got fingered? Is she the only one?
Fucking
David Lee Roth might have.
Yeah, right?
He would have liked it.
Ow! Fucking Diamond Dave. Fucking
Panama! Ooh!
That's how he's hitting the high notes? Fisting?
Yeah. I gotta hit this high note. Let me crowd surf for a second.
And there it is.
So she's saying she's got to wear all sorts of protective, she's got to wear 3 pairs of underwear and leggings underneath. I mean, it doesn't look
So it's the women, teenage girls going for a fish hook?
Yeah, here's the quote. It says, girls will try to do more than guys because they think it's cool. Hey, we both got vaginas. It's fine. And she's saying, hey, just because you spent $12 on my album doesn't mean you get to fucking go knuckle deep in.
No, definitely not. No.
So she legitimately needs a chastity belt down there.
Yeah.
Just for that, huh?
It's a shame thinking that you got to block up that, which I would assume looks like a very pretty piece of ass. All right.
A very nice place to be.
Not a bad place to be. And she's Australian, so she's got that wicked accent. You know? You have a little shrimp on the bobby.
They were just trying to go down south. That's it.
All right. We're going to do the Wheel of Viral Videos. I got to make a graphic for that. And since Mike is our guest,
oh, yes,
he gets to spin the wheel.
Let's do this. Redneck tag.
Redneck tag. Let's check it out. A lot of these volumes might be really high, Mike. Just keep. Yeah, the disclaimer for our iTunes and podcast listeners is do not try this at home. I'll paint you a picture. There's a black bear in a dumpster.
Right, the bear's on the dumpster. I'm going to try and sneak over and pop him in the butt.
Put my thumb in his butthole.
I'm going to finger bang this bear so hard he ain't never going to be in my dumpster ever again. I like the music, the little bass line music that they put on this video.
It's a hell of a bass line, it really is.
Oh, we got him. Fucking just smacked a black bear in the ass. He's way too excited about that near fatal experience.
2 weeks later, Merle
awesome.
died.
So for our podcast listeners, there was a black bear on a dumpster. It's a viral video. You can find it. You can watch it at zenlive.tv in the archives. Guy smacked a bear. That's redneck tag. We got time for one or two more here. I'm going to spin it, Mike. You don't have to get up. I do that every time. Ghost in the country store.
Ooh.
Ghost in the country store. All right. I think you can fast forward a little bit on this one. It's long. Maybe not. Right there. Right there. Yeah. This bowl flies off this table. There is nobody around. It just flies right off. It's in a country store. Woman's walking around. She's working. She's doing her thing. She's, putting up some old fucking bowls and pots and pans and shit.
Is this country store right next to a train station, though?
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I remember it was, oh, wait. There we go. Right there. Yep. Flies off.
Oh, Jesus.
And nobody's around. Freaky deaky. And you know what? I'm not even going to spin. We're going to go to the other ghost one since we're in the ghost mood. Soccer ghost. It's right there. This one's loud.
Hablamos ahora de un tema que está dando la vuelta en las redes
It was
sociales.
a,
Un fantasma
check it out. So this is like, I don't know, European, Brazilian. I can't tell what's going on.
Vamos a ver las
But there was a
imágenes,
soccer
son
game,
imágenes que están
and in the
circulando en todas las
stands,
redes sociales.
this shadow
Pero
runs
recurrimos al archivo
through
que
people.
tenemos del partido precisamente el jueves por la
That's
noche
creepy.
entre
Yeah.
Deportivo Sporting y el Tigre.
It ran through all the people in the stands. It shows it again.
En medio de la tribuna. Mire usted esa sombra negra.
fuck.
Va
Yeah.
caminando.
If you want to Google this and check it out on YouTube, it's Soccer Ghost or Soccer Ghost. It was on Fox Sports Vivo. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, I have to go change my pants, dude.
I think we have room for one more quick one. So let's see what happens here. Oh, good. Soccer Ghost landed on anyway, so we didn't even cheat. Oculus Rift prank. We'll end with that. That's a quick one. So Oculus Rift is the virtual reality headset. And this guy's on a roller coaster. And virtual reality roller coaster, he's going down. His friend fucking pushes him. And he fucking freaks because he really thinks he's falling. He's still fucking thrashing like a little pussy. And that's it. We can cut it.
I could so see us doing that.
Yeah. So that's our show for this week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Rockstar. Special thanks to Mike for coming in and telling us all about the private jet business.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. You guys are the best.
Jonesy, Everyone, it's the Dolls Entertainment Network. Every Tuesday at 8, tune in. Broken Filter Live, ZenLive.tv. Thank you again.